Hello and welcome to my video. This time with a more serious topic because I haven't been posting videos in a long time. I know I just started, but I tried to keep up, but I fell ill, mentally ill. I mean, I can't think back to when it started, but basically I was feeling really empty all the time and dropped things I normally like to do. I had pretty strong mood swings and the urge to hurt myself and also kill myself, and the need to kill myself was so bad to the point where I had plans in my head and had the urge to act them out. So I went to the doctor and the doctor said to me, "I can't let you go home. You have to go into this special hospital for all kinds of like psychic, mental illness diseases." So I went there and got therapy for about 2 or 3 months, something in between that. And it really helped me out. Of course, now I'm not like magically healthy, but I feel a lot better now. I don't have the urge to kill myself, and I didn't hurt myself in like a really long time. I don't even remember when the last time was, so that's really good in my book. And I just wanted to sit down and draw something of some of my memories from the therapy and talk a little bit about it. So when you go into a hospital like this, you most likely undergo a group therapy, which means you're not like into one-to-one session with a therapist, but you have other kinds of therapy too, like group therapy basically, where you act out social situations, I can't talk today, or make something with the group just to get out, and lots of things like that. And you practice strategy to keep your mood swings to a minimum. And you also do this in the group and by yourself. And one of the things the thing I'm drawing right now is a group therapy. Every Monday and Wednesday we had to find an activity with the group that we needed to do then, and all by ourselves. And we went to the river nearby the hospital and just hang out, and it was the last day of one of my roommates, and she was like one of a kind. She was the kindest person. She was like a mom to me, and she was just so caring and everybody liked her. So we took her with us, even though it was not allowed because you should stay in your group, blah blah blah. But we threw her a little party and we had the time of our lives. It was just so chill sitting at the river, talking about our problems and connecting on that level, because we all essentially had the same problem with like borderline disease or personality disorders that go into this general direction. And yeah, one of us even died there in the river. We're just like, I'm so sorry for your environment, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. The river's freaking dirty anyway. But yeah, it was a real nice evening. And at this point we had a really nice group. Later, we got some people in there which were really seeking out trouble. And that was not nice. And at first I had a roommate that was in the group also, and we connected from the first day. We were like really good. We were basically friends on a deep level, and she was abusive to me, which is not a rare symptom for borderliners. They can be really manipulative. And yeah, she threw things at me like shoes, bottles. One time she threw everything at me that she had. Her clothes, her everything, her toothbrush, her toothpaste, everything. And I was just keeping quiet. And this was a really big turning point for my therapy when I went to the nurses and said, hey, I've got this problem. I've tried talking to the person and they won't apologize to me. They won't say that I've done anything wrong. And as a result of this, she got kicked out. I felt sorry, of course, we were friends. But that doesn't mean she can treat me like she wants to. She can't be abusive to me and calling me like names, like, just no. This was a really good experience for me, and I grew on this. And it's something I will remember for all my life. This was pretty heavy stuff, for me at least. The second big thing in my therapy was me and my boyfriend broke up. This was the last thing I expected, but it really shook me up. It had me in tears. I was crying all the time, and I fell in a deep dark hole again, and I was so happy to be at the hospital because there's always someone you can talk to, be it other patients or the nurses or the therapists. Everyone has an open ear for you and is there for you if you have a problem, if you just want to talk. And this really helped me through a lot. At one point, they even thought about bringing me like to a closed station where like the windows are locked and you can't really open them, and you don't really have the freedom to move all by yourself, just to make sure you don't kill yourself. And I was at that point again, and I was like so happy that I got out of this and could stay where I was and have the freedom that I had, and prove to myself that even if something like that hits, I can get back up. I'm still not over it. We were together for 3 years, which is quite a long time. I'm 19, so my first relationship, and this still is pretty hard, but I took a lot away from it. I learned a lot about me, and relationships in general, and I'm proud of myself that I took it the way I did. And one thing that really taught me patience and having mercy on myself, to put it that way, is a therapy where you can craft stuff and paint and like do whatever you want with and be creative. And I did do a basket, and god damn it, this took forever. And I'm not exaggerating here. I did this for like 3 whole weeks, close to a month, for one freaking basket. I'm never doing this again. Never, ever, ever. I mean, I was proud of myself when I completed this, and I'm glad that I had the patience and didn't give up. And I like how the basket turned out in the end. At the beginning I was like, this is so shit, I'm shit, I'm gonna jump out the window, I can't do nothing. But I accomplished this, and I will never accomplish this again. I'm done with baskets. I did a lot of mugs and other things, crafty, to get a little bit away from drawing and try new things, which were really cool, and I had a lot of fun. But that basket was no fun at all. One thing about therapy is that you need to know or need to realize for yourself that you are doing it for yourself and nobody else, and that you need to change yourself. You cannot change everybody around you, you need to change yourself. And in order to be open for the therapy in the stage you are in, you need pills. My mad respect to everyone who tackles this without pills and is better after. But personally, when I arrived, I was so depressed and couldn't think straight. I needed those antidepressants and the pills to calm me down, essentially, so I could do anything in the therapy. And it was a fight, hence why I'm drawing boxing glove. It was a real fight and struggle. I had days where I was just like, I'm gonna quit. I hate this. It's not doing anything for me. I want to go home, but I made it in the end, and it did bring me a lot. And even though I struggled at first, it really helped me out. I learned how to control myself, essentially, how to control my mood swings a little bit better, and I'm making a lot of lifestyle changes now. Now this is a quite funny story. I mean, not funny, but when I got into the hospital, they took some blood of me to test whether I was under the influence of any drugs or something, or if there was something wrong with me, if I'm pregnant. And the doctor took some of my blood and these little probe kind of things, these little tubes, and he was putting them away and getting some new ones when the needle slipped out, and one big essentially blood got everywhere, over my whole hand, over my arm, everywhere. And then he had to get blood from the other arm, so my arms looked like I was a freaking junkie, which I'm not, by the way. So that was fun getting in there. Also, when I arrived, they didn't really have room for me, so they took an extra bed and put it in one of the rooms. So we were 5 people in what was before a 4-bedroom, and everyone was totally pissed at me, and I was just like, yay, way to go, I'm gonna isolate myself, yay. But that frankly was over after one night, and I had my own bed, and the excess bed was brought away again. So yeah, I mean, this isn't really going into the depths of mental illness, and I don't know what I have yet. I mean, I do have clinical depression, which is like in the hospital report, but until you're 25, they don't diagnose a personality disorder, because till you're 24, 25ish, your personality still develops and you can grow out of it. So I have borderline-like symptoms, but I don't have borderline yet. And the way I see it, when I keep going and keep on doing that what I've learned and don't get on the wrong track again, I will grow out of it. Maybe there are some days I'm still moody and change my opinion all the time and see everything black and white and want to hurt myself, but then I know what to do. I know that I have skills. Skills are something to control your mood swings, basically to get yourself down to a level where you can think normally again and don't want to hurt yourself. I have my skills and I can help myself. I have the tools to help myself at all times, and I don't want to lose this ever again. I don't want to fall in this hole ever again, and I'm doing everything to become a happy and healthy person, and I'm glad that I have this little platform to myself where I can talk about this. Yeah, I still don't really know how the future will be, but I want to keep at it, you know. I'm still searching for a therapist, but this is really hard, and it got me thinking about going back into the clinic again if I don't find anyone, because at the moment I've got a really big problem to chew on, and I don't know if I can make this out all by myself. So maybe there isn't coming a video in the next month, maybe there is if I find a therapist, or if I can somehow manage this myself. But yeah, these are my most important, I don't know, the things that come to my mind when somebody asks me about my stay in hospital and about my illness, if you can call it that. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed me talking and not speaking about the drawings I did at all.